I think if you're not changing, if you're not growing, if you're not challenging yourself, you're just, quite frankly, just shrinking, just dying. And who wants to do that? Live an ordinary life. Let's live an extraordinary life. That is going to mean something. Hello and welcome to Pillars of Wealth Creation, where we talk about creating financial success with a special focus on business and real estate. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer. Now, let's get to it. Hello, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer, and Happy New Year. Hope your New Year's celebration was good and you're ready to hit 2025 right away. I think it's easy. We go through this, it's just, I feel like it's a race to the end of the year. And then we have the holidays, the Christmas and stuff and New Year's. And if you have kids like me, the kids are at home from school for a while. And so I think it's easy to let your foot off the gas towards the end, just totally fine to do that. But then it's easy to be complacent for a little while after the New Year's instead of hitting it hard and trying to achieve your goals. So one of the things that I do is take the time between Christmas and New Year's to do a little reflection on what went well in 2024, what we need to work on and do better moving forward. And then really just our goals in 2025 and what we're looking to do, what I'm personally looking to do. So I'm looking at my personal goals, and these aren't New Year's resolutions. These are true goals. Like, how am I going to achieve these goals? What am I doing? And same thing with business goals. What are we doing? How are we achieving those? So I break it down into business, family, health, faith. Those are the kind of the four main things that I'm going, what can I do better, different, more of challenge myself to get better and grow in those four areas. So business, family, health, and faith for me. Those are the most important things. And so I just take a look at each of those categories and say, okay, what did I do well? Where is my business going and growing, and how am I showing up in my business? What am I doing well? And then what do I need to work on? What am I failing at? What am I not doing well? Why is my business not at a better place? Right? Why is it not even bigger? Why have I not gotten to the next level? And you can do that with your faith. You can do that with your health. You can do that with your family. Those are the things that I like to spend time on and just look at for that. So I'm going to just talk about some lessons learned in 2024. The lessons I learned in 2024 and kind of what I'm looking forward to in 2025. So for me, look, one of the lessons, and this isn't really something brand new for me, but one of the things I guess I reflected on and continue to realize is super important is that you're always growing. And it's really easy to think, well, I'm an adult, I am who I am, and I don't need to change and grow. That's for kids, right? Kids are always changing. So look, think about your childhood. If you've got kids, think about your kids and think about how quickly things change. And I look at my kids, and I've got an 11-year-old and a 15-year-old. And I just look at the progression of these kids, and you only have, time is fleeting, and it's crazy to think as now an adult, a dad, that I'm saying that, because I remember hearing it from parents and even advice when I was given before I had kids. It was it's like, it goes really fast. It goes really fast. You're like, whatever, it's like, okay. It does. It goes crazy fast. But the reason it does, or one of the reasons it does, is because the kids grow and change all the time. They're always constantly changing. They're always molding. It's just they are different all the time. And that's fun and exciting. But when did we decide it was okay to stop doing that? Right? Why is it all of a sudden okay for us as adults to stop changing, stop growing, stop learning, stop being better, stop trying to improve, right? That's what kids are trying to do as they grow, as they get to be young adults. They're trying to improve and grow, and a lot of them go to college or have some sort of schooling after high school, get their first job. They're growing, they're changing, they're improving, they're making new friends, those types of things. And then all of a sudden we get into this funk, it seems like. And a lot of people just don't want to change. They want to be the same. And I remember actually in college, one of my college friends is like, man, you've changed. And I'm going, yeah, I have for the better, right? I continue to change, right? I'm maturing, I'm changing, I grow. And if somebody knew me 20 years ago and talked to me today, they would be like, wow, you've changed a lot. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I have. Uh, and I think even 10 years ago to today, wow, man, you've changed. Yeah, I have. And I appreciate you saying that and noticing that because I continue to change. And I hope that 10 years from now, somebody's going to say, man, 10 years ago, dude, you've changed. And of course, my physical appearance, I'll probably look a little older, right? Hopefully, I'll still be in good shape. Um, but I hope I've changed. I hope I've changed. I hope I've grown. I hope I've improved. Right. That's what I'm always looking for. So I think that's so important is that um, in each year that you reflect and you think back and you then make these new goals and you figure out what do I want to change? What do I want to improve upon? What do I want to strengthen? Right. And so we can get better as the years go on, as the days go on. We can get better. We can continue to grow and improve and change. And that's what it's all about. And I think if you're not changing, if you're not growing, if you're not challenging yourself, you're just frankly, just shrinking, just dying. And who wants to do that? Live an ordinary life. Let's live an extraordinary life. That is going to mean something, right? Um, who do you want? When you die, hopefully, many, many years from now, when you die, you hope that, first of all, you hope that a lot of people show up to your funeral. But you also hope that they have great stories about you, that they talk about how you were always doing things, how you were always making a positive impact, right? How that you made an impact upon their life, how, man, he was always pushing, or she was always pushing themselves. They're always creating great things, doing great things, whatever it is that you want to achieve in your life. You want people to be able to talk about that at your funeral one day, again, hopefully a long time from now in the future. What else did I learn in 2024? Look, patience and resilience. So a perfect example, we closed a building, an apartment building in 2023. Okay. May of 2023. And my goal, I'm, in 2024, my goal was to purchase apartment buildings, of course, because that's just what we do, right? So my goal is to purchase apartment buildings. I wanted to purchase, let's see here. I pulled my goals up. So I wanted to purchase $100 million in commercial real estate in 2024. Well, I put 80 to 100. So 80 to 100 million in 2024. Okay, well, 2023, again, we did our deal in May of 2023. And we didn't do any more deals in 2020. One deal, one single deal. That was way below my 2023 goals. Okay. In 2024, we didn't do a deal all the way until we closed in September, our first deal. So it was well over a year that it took us to close a deal, and we had to be patient. We had to be patient. We had to be resilient. We had to continue to push on. There was times where I was like, man, we're not going to get a deal at all in 2024. It's just not going to happen. And I had to be okay with that. And I was okay with that. And the reason I was okay with that is because I knew we were still taking the steps necessary to get the next deal. And I knew we were being patient. And why that was important to me is because I wanted to be patient to make sure we were getting the right deal, a good deal, a deal that made sense for our business and what we're looking to achieve, not just any deal. You see, the companies right now that are doing a lot of deals are, and I could be wrong, but I think are doing a lot of bad deals, are not really thinking about what they're doing. They're just getting deals done to get done because they need the money or whatever it is, or it's an ego thing, or I'm not sure exactly. But when I look at what our market's like in 2023 and 2024, I think you need to be patient. And probably in 2025 as well. You need to be patient. And the patient companies, the patient money is going to be the money, the companies that truly grow and are in it for the long term. The impatient money is the ones that are going to be in trouble. And it's two ways, right? If you bought way too much, you just bought every deal that came your way. And yeah, you can call it a good deal. You can tell your investors it's a good deal. So what? That's easy to do, right? It's easy to make a deal look good. That's dangerous, right? Because now are those deals going to stick? The other thing you can do is give up. You can give up and you can say, man, there's just nothing out there. There's just no deals. I'm done. I'm not looking anymore. I don't. Well, that's not patient. So both ways is not being patient, not being resilient, and you're getting different results, but you're getting the same results. Your company is going in the wrong direction. Your business is going in the wrong direction. So be patient. Make sure you're finding the right deals that fit you, fit your needs, fit your investors' needs. That's so important. Everything doesn't always go your way. And that's definitely, I've already known that. I've known that for a while. I've been in business for a while. But in 2024, 2023, 2024, I was reminded everything doesn't always go your way. Everything doesn't go the way you want. We had plenty of things in business that didn't happen the way we expected, the way we wanted, the way we dreamed up. Okay. But we need to be patient. We need to be resilient. We need to forge on. We need to figure out ways to be a little bit different. Okay. So for our offers and for our, we're figuring out how to make better offers, how to communicate better with brokers, how to look at deals differently, how to find more off-market deals. So we're looking at things differently, more creatively, more diligently, and putting more time and effort into it in order to get those deals across the table. Along with that is really learned is you need to figure out how you can control what you can control, and you need to let go of the things you cannot control. So control what you can and protect what you can't. I think is so important. So I'll give you a perfect example. There's so many examples of this, right? But I'll give you an example on our business. So for us, one of the things we did is we started bringing everything in-house. Okay. And we're continuing to bring our property management in-house. We're just bringing everything in-house because we can control that. We can control the operations. We can hire employees and control the operations and make sure that things are being run sound and the way we want versus the way another company wants. Okay. So we can control that. We can control the type of properties we buy. We can control how we underwrite those properties. We can control what we pay for those properties. We can control that, right? We can control how much remodeling we're going to do. We control who does the remodeling. And those things we can control. What we can't control, we can't control what the government does. We can't control who gets elected president. Now, we can certainly vote and we can voice our opinion, but we can't control what the government does. We cannot control what interest rates do. Okay. That's a lesson a lot of people learned the hard way. We can't control what interest rates do, especially in real estate, right? We cannot control the overall macroeconomics and even the microeconomics. Now, we can be prepared for them. We can analyze markets. We can look at, how to or how markets are doing and what the right markets are to invest in. But many things can happen that can derail that. So we can control what we invest in, where we invest, but we can't control what happens to the micro and the macroeconomics. Okay. Now, we can mitigate those risks. And so that's what we protect, what we can't control. So we protect what we can't control. So when we're talking about the location, we're going to go in solid locations that we feel are growing, that the trends show that are growing and continue to grow. The right things are being put in place. All signs lead to this is a good submarket to be in. This is a good overall market to be in. This is why. And so we can control that, right? Can't control the full outcome, but we can control how that looks. We can't control the interest rates, like I said before, but we can control the type of lending that we get. So we can go ahead and get fixed rate debt locked in longer term, or at least the term that we're projecting our investment minimum. We can control that by getting that fixed rate debt. Perfect. We can control that. We can't control it if we get a product that doesn't allow us to control it, right? Then the market can do whatever it wants. Now we can sit there and make predictions on that, but again, those are predictions. Those are things we can't control. So I think that's so important. Control what you can, protect what you can't. And that goes with your family, and that goes with your health, that goes with your faith, right? And so look, if you've got health goal and you can control what you can. You can control what you put in your mouth. You can control what things you buy at the store, what restaurants you go to. You can control how much you drink. You can control those things, right? You can control how many times you go to the gym. But you can't control the fact that when you go to the gas station, if you go inside, there's all kinds of junk food that's staring you in the face. You can't control that. Now, you can control the choice of going into the gas station. So do you actually go inside or do you just pump your gas and leave, right? You can control that. You can't control when you go to the grocery store that there's crap everywhere, but you can control what aisles you go down, right? And so we can sit there and make excuses, and there's plenty to make, right? I can control how much free time I have by social media. I can't control that it's there. Like, it's there. I can't control that, but I can control whether I consume it or not. All right. Along with that is creating habits of success. And so what I've noticed is that in 2024, I got away from some of my success habits, and not that I wasn't seeing positive things, not that things got crazy and negative, but it just wasn't where I wasn't where I wanted to be. And so I started to control my habits that create success again, and making sure that I'm doing the things that are going to lead to success. And so that's a big goal of 2025 is continue to improve upon my habits to make sure they're consistent every single day. So create habits of success. One of the things I like to do every single morning is go through my day. I do this once a week. I go through my week, but I go through my day. I go through my schedule, and I look at what are the big things I want to achieve today, and how am I going to tackle them, and when am I going to tackle them, which I like to do earlier than later. And then at the end of the day, I like to reflect on the day and what happened and what I did well and what I missed and what can I improve upon the next day. And if I do that, I find if I do that every single day, that really provides me excellent feedback and starts to provide me excellent results too. Because when you hold yourself accountable, that's when results actually happen. When you don't hold yourself accountable, when you just go through the day and through the motion and you don't reflect upon how the day went, then I just don't think you see the results. I just think you're going through a fog, you're going through a haze. You're not actually reflecting. Man, I actually was on social media, and you can literally just pick up your phone and look. Oh my gosh, I was on social media for 3.5 hours today. I didn't even realize that, or whatever it was. Like, most of us have no clue how much time we spent on social media. Most of us have no clue how much time we spent watching TV, doing things that we didn't intend to do that day. Right now, spend time thinking about how much time you did things that day, how much production time you had, and how much waste of time you had, and whether you really wanted to do that or not. Right? If you intended to go play golf for 4 hours and you played golf for 4 hours, congratulations. That was your intention. But if you didn't intend to do that and somehow you got sidetracked to do it, and you're like, man, I did not achieve my goals, well, then control that. Right? Same thing with social media. Like, look, if that was your goal to be on social media for 4 hours that day and you achieved it, congratulations, you achieved your goal. But if your goal was to not spend more than 20 minutes on social media and you spent 4 hours, well, look, what can you do tomorrow to be better? Right? How can you create better habits of success? So that's big thing in 2025 that I'm trying to work on is how can I create better habits of success to make 2025 successful for me overall. And for me, that comes down to, am I spending time reading and learning? Again, I want to grow. I want to always grow. So how much time am I spending reading and learning, reading books, physically reading books, by the way? That's another thing that I am now creating the habit of is I got away from physically reading books. I'm listening to podcasts and I'm listening to Audible books, and I consider that my reading. No, maybe I'm old fashioned, and I am, but I think physically picking up a book and reading it can be painful, by the way. I'm not a great reader. So it sometimes is painful to do, but I feel like I get so much more out of a book that I pick up and read. And so I'm not going to sit there and read for 2 hours every day. It's not going to happen. But for me, it's 20 minutes a day, minimum 20 minutes a day. I'm going to pick up a book and physically read it for 20 minutes every single day. And then I've got my podcast, and then I got my audibles when I go work out. For me, it's doing some sort of physical activity, some sort of workout. For me, it's working out every single day. And that's a big habit. For me, it's getting up in the morning and doing my morning routine. That includes prayer. That includes a little bit of journaling. That includes, I've got a terrible back, so that includes some back and core strengthening and exercise. And that includes reading. And that includes reflecting, or not reflecting, but kind of planning and reflecting my day. Right? What's going to go on today, and what do I value, and what's really, really important? What are my rocks? Okay. So that's kind of my morning routine. And then again, some sort of physical activity throughout the day. And then in the evening, really reflecting on what went right, what went wrong, what can I improve upon, what am I going to be doing tomorrow. Make 2025 an awesome year. Look, just it's the start of a year. If 2024 didn't go how you planned, that's okay. That's okay. Take time and think about it, and look at what you need to do to improve and make 2025 an awesome year. We can't go back. We can't change what happened in the past. What we can do is improve upon the future. And so we just need to look at 2025 and say, okay, what are my goals? What are my true goals? Take some time to spend a day, like do a retreat. I don't care what you got to do. Go rent a hotel room and just take a retreat if you need to. If you need to get out of the house, I don't care what you do. You know, and it doesn't hurt. I know a lot of people do it with their spouses, do it with their business partners. It doesn't hurt to have other people with that if they want to create goals with you. I like creating goals myself and then talking about my goals with other people. But you do how it works for you, but you got to create goals and you got to be able to have really achievable goals. It's not, I want to grow my revenue this year. That's not a goal. Like what is it? And break it down so it's in tangible pieces so we can actually achieve those goals. So I want to work out 6 days a week for 30 minutes doing XYZ activities, right? Maybe you even create your whole workout schedule. Mondays, I'm going to be doing, arms and back. Tuesdays, I'm going to be doing legs and core, right? Wednesdays, I'm going to be doing endurance and so on. So you could even go that far. I think that's totally awesome if you're going to go that far. But let's make 2025 a fantastic year, an awesome year. If we can all make 2025 an awesome year, man, that's what it's all about. And it's overall going to help the economy. It's going to help other people. We can make a massive impact if we all kick some major butt in 2025. So let's do it. I am cheering for you. I hope you're cheering for me because it's going to be an awesome year. I'm excited for 2025. I'm excited for the future. I think we've got a bright future ahead of us, and I'm excited to see just how things go in 2025 and where they progress and what things look like in 2026. I hope I'm talking to you in a year from now, and we're talking about all the awesome things that happen throughout 2025 in our businesses, in our life, with our faith, with our family, with our health. I hope we're just saying, man, it was an awesome year, and we're going to make some more magic happen in 2026. I'll talk to you soon. You have a fantastic rest of the day. Make every day a Saturday. Hey, thanks so much for listening. I appreciate you being a loyal listener. I would love to have you go on to our Facebook page and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Go on to iTunes or wherever you listen and give us a rating and review. Don't forget to subscribe. Your rating and review just helps us push this out to more and more people and continue to grow our audience and hopefully positively affect a ton of people out there that really need this and want this. So the other thing I've got for you is a free ebook on my website. So go on to venturedproperties.com, and download our free ebook on real estate and on syndication. And I've got some data points in there, some really good stuff for you. So I'd love to have you take a look at that. It's free. I'm not expecting anything from it. And also, look, if you want some help in multifamily, want some help learning, growing, getting your business off the ground, I would love to talk to you about what it would look like to work with me potentially and see if that's a good fit. So you can go to coachwithdex.com and check that out, and we can definitely have a call. Thanks a lot for listening. You make it a fantastic rest of the day. I'll catch you on the next episode.